All right, overrated 11.
Yay.
We're going to go around the table position by position, and we're going to name the most overrated player in our opinions. All right?
I've had one of those laughs in a while.
Blake has 2 United players. I have 2 Arsenal players. Kind of like 2.5 Arsenal players.
Bro, like, you're such a hater, bro. You're going to overrate on the second place.
Should I start with goalkeeper, lads?
Yeah, go.
My goalkeeper is Aaron Ramsdale.
He's just not like
He's
not rated anymore.
Yeah. But sure.
This was targeted at somebody.
Someone.
The love is slowly fading for Aaron Ramsdale. Like, I still love him to death. But his jersey is like slowly getting deeper in my closet.
Okay.
I still love him.
Yeah, I feel like this was definitely more true like 2 years ago when people thought he was a good keeper at Arsenal. Like, I never saw the vision whatsoever. He was so mistake prone. He loved a little camera save.
So
and I remember at one point you were saying he was better than David De Gea.
He's a mistake prone keeper, but the Onana stuff he can just absolutely get behind.
Because Onana's not rated.
You rate him.
Onana's not rated.
You rate him.
Not
Right now,
particularly.
Ramsdale's a better keeper than Andre Onana.
Okay.
Okay, and this is why.
No, like, I'm
this
not-
is
guys,
why
I'm not.
Aaron
That's
Ramsdale
right.
is
No, I'm
on the
not.
fucking list.
Bro, because if you
and this is why
if
he's
he
on
was
the
good
list.
at-
Okay,
wait.
there we go.
Aaron Ramsdale's
There we
prime.
go.
Ah, fuck, never mind.
Okay.
Aaron Ramsdale's prime is better than any version of Onana at United.
Be careful now.
Nah.
I said at United.
Yeah,
I said
be
at
careful
United.
now.
I said at United.
I don't know.
But then you're really moving the goalpost there.
Yeah, you are.
Aaron Ramsdale for those couple of months there was
Yeah.
much better
Yeah,
than
anyway.
the worst part of Onana's career.
It's been a long time now. I'm gonna be honest. Anyway, okay, go ahead.
Who's your keeper?
It's Emiliano Martinez, guys. Like, it's the obvious.
I just knew that was gonna happen, and
he's
I
actually
considered
so
it as well.
He's actually so shit.
It was the no-brainer. It was the banker.
Like genuinely.
But this is the thing that I told you, Blake.
He's the most overrated goalkeeper to ever play a game of football in his life. He's the save he made. Okay, going back to the 2022 World Cup. Sorry, I had to make sure it was the right one. Going back to that, the save he made against Colomwani was fantastic. Was literally like a save that changes the course of history, and there's no denying that, so I can't deny it. Was it a hard save to make? No. It was like a save that you see on a little breakaway.
Sure.
And people acted like it was the most insane save timing wise, sure, but for the actual essence of what it was not that hard of a save. He's living off that one moment for his whole career. Every time he plays Arsenal, he always lets the ball slip through his hands. You guys saw the draw when we went up 2-0. Both the goals he got a finger on.
Yeah.
And he can't keep it out.
Yeah.
He's low-key kind of prone to letting these ones that are like hit right at him, and he tries to parry and it goes right in. He's not the best with his feet. I don't think he's very good at coming for corners. I mean, he's okay, but at the end of the day, I just don't think he's that good of a keeper.
He made Team of the Year for 2024.
Oh my god.
FIFA Pro 11. I know he was in the FIFA, like the EAFC.
Well, he did win the Copa America. The thing is
But
with Aaron
he's just
Ramsdale,
living off of that.
The thing is with Aaron Ramsdale, yes, he can make mistakes at times, but he's that keeper where he'll pull out spectacular saves regularly. The amount of times where I've seen Emiliano Martinez make a spectacular save.
It's like really bringing it back here.
Yeah.
Did I say Aaron Ramsdale?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, apologies.
It's okay.
The amount of times I've seen Emiliano Martinez make spectacular saves, I can't count on my fingers. It's a lot. He makes a lot of spectacular saves, and yes, sometimes he'll let it slip through his fingers and make that odd mistake, which is not what you want ideally from your keeper. You want him to be sound and safe and not take any chances. But I think the main reason why most people are so high on him is because of that one the spectacular save he can pull out once in a while.
That's fair.
And his also a lot of people don't talk about this, but his penalty shot stopping ability is impeccable. Yeah. And that's the main reason why he won this year the Copa America and he won the World Cup, is because for the times that Argentina had to be in a penalty shootout situation, he's always been the goalkeeper that's bailed them out.
Fair. I don't rate him. A little biased too.
But I see where
I know a lot of people.
I see where you're coming from though.
But he's not a bad keeper.
Why don't you have the Aaron Ramsdale love for Emi Martinez?
Yeah, like he was an Arsenal player.
He was an Arsenal player. Made his name at Arsenal.
Yeah,
it
but
was kind of like a magical story of how
he also tried to think he was better than Bernd Leno. Like, let's relax here. Bernd Leno's
than
Bernd Leno's my boy.
Nah, he was.
Bernd Leno's my boy.
Okay. All right.
Low
might
key,
have
Bernd
to-
Leno.
I might change my keeper.
I should have got a Bernd Leno keeper, bro.
Any mid Arsenal keeper.
Bernd
Leno was
in
a
the
good
last
keeper,
10
bro.
years.
Chesney.
You know what's good too is I signed Bernd Leno like the year before on my career mode, bro. Oh,
The year before what?
he
Like-
signed for Arsenal.
Okay.
He's good. He was.
Who do
good.
you have?
Chesney.
That's so lame.
How's
bro.
that lame?
That's such a lame choice.
Valid. Because
How's
he
that
still has a lot of name value from his work a couple years back.
Sure, he did retire.
Like, that's what I mean,
and
bro.
just came out of retirement. But
He's
man,
been poor.
the
He's been
games
poor.
that I have been watching where Chesney have been in goal, I don't think any of them have been good.
Yeah, he's
Against Benfica, my goodness,
Yeah.
awful performance. And I'm
Yeah.
not saying he's a rated goalkeeper to begin with, but he,
Overall, though, yeah. Like as a player, yeah.
like his general career, yes, like he was a very good
solid
keeper.
Yeah.
At Juve, even at Arsenal, he was
Yeah, he was solid.
solid,
Yeah.
right? But man, nowadays, like maybe the age plays into this, and I shouldn't be putting him into this list because of the age. But seriously, like the backup keeper for Barcelona was playing better games than Chesney.
That's valid as fuck. I think like some football casuals will just see the name on the team sheet and connect the name value to the present day keeper and has no idea like how much he's regressed. And I have a couple of players on my list that fit that same profile. Big names that just aren't as good as people might think.
Can I just say honorable mention to two keepers on the same team, Ederson and Ortega.
No, Ortega's class.
I don't think he's class at all.
Ortega's good.
I think he's a decent keeper, but he's overrated.
He's playing backup, bro. Like, what do you want from
He's
him?
not playing backup now. He's starting.
No, I know, but he is the backup, like in general. It's
And he against Arsenal. You want to call him class after that?
like, what do you want him to do at any of the goals, really?
Rico Lewis's goal
So that's not a player that plays for Arsenal.
or Miles Lewis Kelly's goal? Sorry.
I guess.
You know what I was talking about too. Like,
Put some respect on his name. Yeah, sure. I disagree with Ortega, but Ederson, yeah. Ederson, I don't like. Anyway.
Fair.
Right back?
Right back? All right. I put Reece James.
See,
That's like hard. Right back was hard for me.
right back was hard for me too. I don't think
Yeah.
this player deserves it that I
Yeah.
have here. Reece James is just injuries. Like
Yeah, he just-
anytime he's on the pitch, I think
He's
it's
like Luke
availability is the best
He's like Luke
ability.
Shaw.
And like
Yeah.
I do think he's
He
pretty
is
good
like
when
Luke
he
Shaw.
is.
I think he's
healthy,
class when
but,
he's
like,
healthy.
Yeah.
But he's
I think
just
the
not
injuries are
healthy
catching
enough.
up to him as well. That like him and Malo Gusto are like very, very close.
All I'm saying is this podcast is talking about the Kendrick Lamar performance, and
That's sick.
I keep seeing them cut to like each person, and I really want to know what their opinion is on it.
What do you think her opinion is?
That's why I just really want to know. Like I
I don't think it's too positive.
I don't know. And the guy she's talking to is definitely of similar stature
Okay.
in more ways than one.
Okay.
So I just really want to know what they're thinking. I really want to know. They're laughing, so maybe it's okay. But yeah.
little transition there.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, okay,
let's get back to it.
I have Wan-Bissaka.
Wan-Bissaka?
I don't know.
I thought he's this season he's class.
I just think like
He's been okay.
he's been trying.
Not very
like,
rated.
The whole thing was for him to move on from United and really solidify his spot as a really good right back.
I
in the
did
league.
rate him. I did rate that transfer to West Ham a lot. So I
I
see
just
where
don't
you're
think
coming
it hasn't
from.
really worked out the way they would have wanted. You know.
Yeah, I mean, he still put up good performances, but they're sneaky good performances.
Yeah.
Not like, oh my goodness, he's absolutely cooking over there. Yeah, West Ham as a whole, just like a
Yeah.
little disappointing at the start of the season.
Mhm.
But I see where you're going
you
with that. What about you?
I have the worst professional football player I've ever seen in my entire
of
life.
course.
I have Mateus Nunez at right back. My God. Jesus Christ. Someone save this man.
Oh my god.
Okay, sure, it's not his natural position, but
Nah, he's
fuck.
terrible, yeah.
Fuck. Like, I've seen midfielders
I'm
play right back. João Neves played right back the other
Party.
day. Put in a fucking shift and a half.
Party, not great, but still can do
Thomas Party does it. Zaire Emery does it from time to time. Luis Enrique is a big center mid to right back
it.
kind of guy. I don't know why.
Weah?
Yeah, Timothy, but he's more of a right winger. But
But
yeah,
still,
but
yeah.
still, I've seen players out of position play right back and put in a shift. For a midfielder who has a great defensive ability, you would think playing right back would be decent for him, right?
Yeah.
Man, this guy cannot put a foot right. He doesn't know how to kick a ball. He plays in Timberlands. Every time I watch this player, it's awful. It's just I see no positives in his
Yeah.
play.
He
Seriously.
he might be like the worst player I've ever seen. Like he's so bad.
I genuinely think he is. Every single time he's on the
he's
ball,
so bad.
nothing happens. He's the reason why PSG won that game. He is the reason why PSG came back against City. He is the sole reason. Who cooked him the other day? Someone flipped him inside out. Was it an Arsenal player?
Trossard maybe?
I think it was Trossard.
Yeah.
Flipped him inside out. Like, as a professional player, like you're
What are you
still.
doing?
What are you doing?
What are you-
You're
The
still a
Bruges
mid.
one too.
Sorry.
The Bruges player as well. Flipped
That's
him
what it
inside
was.
out.
That's what it was.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah,
That's what
yeah.
it was. It was
Yes.
a Bruges player. Yes.
Yes.
Bro, how do you get flipped like that as a professional player playing for City, the champions of the Premier League, 4 years in a row?
Yep.
How is Pep Guardiola letting this happen?
I don't know, man. Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
No, I'm
Good.
just- I'm not even
Heated, bro.
No, I'm not even clip farming. It pisses me off.
This
How
guy's
is he,
heated, bro.
how is he a regular starter on this team?
I don't know.
Genuinely. Honorable mention.
like-
I do like my honorable mentions. Rico Lewis is up there too.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah. I was gonna
Rico
mention
Lewis
Rico
too.
Lewis.
Like we're getting to levels where fuck.
Yeah,
Like
he's-
we were hyping this guy up to be one of the best right backs, up and coming right backs. My goodness.
Yeah.
It's looking
Connor Bradley,
meaty
clear.
for him as well.
Connor Bradley is
Yes,
clear.
absolutely.
For sure. I don't think that's controversial at all.
No.
Okay. Center backs now, lads.
Yep.
My first center back is Lisandro Martinez.
-2. I'm surprised.
-3.
I'm sur-
Yes!
I'm surprised that you
Because I think he's a brilliant player, but again, this is a big theme for a lot of my players. Availability is the
He's
best
also just
ability.
shit when he's available. Like, he's played so terrible this season.
The game before his season-ending injury, he scored the winner. Before that, he played. Like he's had a few moments where like he'll play like a beautiful ball in over, but like in terms of his like defending, like yeah, I definitely see where you're coming from. I think like we talked about this earlier in the Amorim system. I don't think he's the biggest like beneficiary of that. I don't really think he works in it. I honestly think Harry Maguire is like a decent little shout
Harry
for him.
Maguire
It's just he just saved himself, and I'm still pissed off that he's missing the whole season because he had those moments where he'll play a beautiful ball into Ahmad or Garnacho that's directly led to us scoring, or the week before against Fulham where he just flat out scored the winner. Lucky reflection still, but good player. But the expectations we put on him in his first season when he was like amazing, Saliba comparisons for a little bit there.
That's
Not for me. Not for me.
fucking disrespectful.
But for a little bit there, there was.
Wow, you hate United? What? Why? Why would you ever hate United?
But a little bit overrated.
Yeah, I agreed. He's just small in it.
Great football
second
analysis
center
there,
back?
Blake.
I have Marquinhos, but I mean, I can't say I've been watching too much Marquinhos, but that was someone who, when I looked through all those center backs, it kind of popped up in my head as like a player who has been a name that has brought a lot of novelty to it and footballing prowess. And I feel like you don't really rate him very highly.
It's not that I don't rate it. The thing with Marquinhos is that he'll have a good game and then chain a couple bad games in a row. This season and last season specifically, he's never been consistent. And that's the thing that bothers me with Marquinhos. When I look at center backs and the center backs that I want in my team, I want center backs that can, as a captain too, that can lead the team, like can bring the team forward, make those crucial tackles. Last season, we went out because of him, because he made a silly mistake that led to a corner, which Dortmund scored on that corner. Like, it's just those dumb mistakes that he keeps doing and that just add on to his inconsistencies that just really bother me. So I don't mind you putting him in there. Like, I was looking at center backs and I was quite uninspired with the names that I was seeing because some of them are quite good. But Marquinhos, I don't hate that shout.
Okay.
I don't hate that shout. My second center back, again, I don't like putting him here because it's not his natural position. But this season alone, Chouameni has been very poor.
I was debating that.
Very poor for Real Madrid.
Again, it's tough when they're playing out of position, but it's fair.
And that's mainly why I put him there, because he's just a lot of mistakes from him as well.
Yeah.
A lot of mistakes from him. It just sucks. It sucks to see because he's a very good defensive midfielder, but it's just not working at center back. But it's not his fault. So
Yeah.
Second center back, I had Gabriel.
what? Wait, like the Arsenal Gabriel.
There's no way you're serious.
Wait,
bro.
the Arsenal's Gabriel?
There's actually
What?
no way you're serious.
Okay,
bro.
you have to give me your justification.
No, there's actually no way. Like, you're actually race baiting,
There are certain center backs.
bro. Nah,
I think he's
no. He's actually racist, bro. Like, what do you mean there's certain center backs? How are you starting with that?
Well, okay, don't say that because I was gonna say like I think Rudiger's better than him.
I mean, sure. That's like not a. That's Rudiger's like one of the best center backs in
He's
the
also
world.
injured right
like,
now, so you can't like.
Yeah,
Of course, but I'm just saying.
you're comparing him to one of the best center backs in the world over the last
I
3 years.
think he is a fantastic center back still. I think he's nowhere near as good as Saliba. I think
I think
certain
this season.
center backs,
I think this season,
He's
like,
been
you remember
awesome.
a couple-
Gabriel
Yeah.
has been a better
Yeah.
center back than Saliba has this season.
but like, how do you really judge that?
By watching the games, like what the fuck?
No, I
judge that
no,
by
I watched the
He's been
games. I've been
watching
watching
his
the
defensive
game.
interactions. Like
Yeah, he's
it's
been
just
more
been clear.
assured. Yeah,
Like any
his goal
defense.
scoring ability is
But that's
fantastic. What? Why? That's what.
Do you
But
remember-
That's
do you
a
guys
part of the
remember-
game.
I agree. Like it's a part of his like center backs
Like
go
I
up
hate
on
that.
corners.
Why are
and
you hating on my players?
because
bro?
I think no, I still think he's a fantastic player.
So
Okay,
why is he in your
I
most
still
overrated?
think he's a fantastic player, but I'm just saying he's an 8 instead of a 10. Okay, and hear me out. Remember a couple years ago when we were saying that like Joel Matip was one of the best center backs in the world because he had a partner with. Because he was partners with Virgil van
I think
Dijk,
that
and
was
just
more
because
the
of the
point.
sheer partnership, because of how they operate as a pair, he just became such a better player than he actually was. And if you took Van Dijk out of that, and that did actually happen, he became a much worse player and made a lot more mistakes. I think if you took Saliba out of that Arsenal side, you would see a very similar thing happen to Gabriel.
Nope.
I still think he's a very good center back on his own. I still think he's a fantastic center back. And his partnership with Saliba, one of the best that we've ever seen. But if you take Saliba out of that, who I think is a very good center back on his own, would Gabriel stand alone? I don't think so.
I mean, Saliba kinda
I
got-
do think so because he was fucking class for Lille and is why Arsenal splashed to get him.
Yeah,
and he didn't have Saliba next to him.
And Saliba's been the one that's been injured a couple times or suspended without. So Gabriel's been having the opportunity to have Saliba without him, and it's not always gone great. But it's
Exactly.
Yeah, but is that more of his fault, or is we're playing another left-sided center back at the right side? Like we're
Who's
playing
not a bad
Kivior.
center back. Like you'll play Kivior there, who's good. Like
No, Kivior is not very good. Kivior is not good. That's a really terrible take. Also, like you're calling him overrated. Like that's again, you're picking the wrong battles here. Like
again, if you're calling him a 90 overall, I'm calling him a 86 or 87. You know,
I mean,
like
You just can't put him in your most
yeah,
overrated
that's just
11.
such a
then.
sweet. Like you're just dragging it. Like
Yeah,
I don't know why you do that,
lads.
bro.
All right,
not a fan.
all right.
he's
when we
so
get-
good, bro.
I
so
think he's
good.
one of the best center backs in the Premier League.
I
This
think he's
season.
top. I think he's top
3
4. Yeah,
this season.
yeah.
He's been better than Saliba.
He has been better than Saliba.
It's
Absolutely.
just a fact.
And Saliba got
Again,
cooked.
this
Saliba got
season
cooked
was
by Isaac.
Stop
yeah.
calling him Isaac. bro.
Isaac in the cup this week. He got cooked by him.
He did. He did.
Anyway.
So do you want me to replace Gabriel with Saliba?
I actually wouldn't mind if you had Saliba.
I mean, that would
kind of
make more sense. Like, he
it
hasn't
would
been
make more
playing-
sense. Like, sure, it's still a
No,
bad
but,
take.
but then you're doing recency bias, bro, because he's like, oh, he's
So
been
are
better
you
this year.
apparently. Like, I don't know.
It's not even recency bias because last season he was class too.
Yeah.
And the season before.
But Saliba
I don't
was
know.
better.
I actually don't know.
Saliba was
Has
better
Gabriel-
last season and the
Genuinely,
season
has
before that.
Gabriel had a bad season for Arsenal yet?
No. Like, unless you
He
call,
looked a little shaky when he first came to
I mean, he was
Arsenal
playing with
before he
fucking
paired up
David
with Saliba.
Luiz. Like, what do you expected? Pablo Mari.
That's
like,
what I'm
fuck.
saying. Like,
Obviously,
You put
this
anyone
wasn't-
with these players.
But
he
obviously
wasn't
the-
like the revolution
Yeah, because he got
like, by
better.
himself.
He got better. That's what people players do.
Like, he didn't really become Gabriel until Saliba partnered up with him. And maybe that's just my narrative, and maybe it's wrong. Maybe, I don't know.
It is
Maybe if Saliba goes to Madrid, Gabriel still becomes an
we're not
amazing
talking-
player.
I think that-
maybe he regresses, and we come back and we say, wow, Julian, what did it take? And you
I
shake
think the
my
metric
hand.
in which you gauge a center back's ability is also based on the complementarity that he has with his partner center back.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You can't judge a center back based off of just his ability on his own because he has. It's
I think they both make each other better.
yes,
To be honest. Yeah.
Saliba would be playing poorly if Gabriel wasn't there. The same way that Gabriel is
Yeah.
playing not as good if Saliba's not there.
I think there's just a certain tier of center back where no matter who they're playing with, they're just gonna change the whole look of that defense altogether. Virgil van Dijk being example number one. I thought Rudiger at some point was that as well. But like Van Dijk, when he came to Liverpool, I forget who was his partner when he first came to Liverpool.
Lovren.
Lovren. And that defense turned into something great, right? Just because of Van Dijk. And then Matip came, and then Matip wasn't really a highly rated center back at all, but he was amazing next to Virgil van Dijk. Joe Gomez, even for a little bit there, was good next to Van Dijk. I'm just saying, like,
Like I see your point, but it's just incorrect.
Yeah, like he's just not overrated. It's
Yeah, he's just really
overrated
good,
is
too.
crazy. Like that's,
And also, like
I guess time will tell.
Lovren and Matip, like those players don't come close to what Gabriel can do.
I'm not saying.
So,
of course.
Anyway. Okay, we should move on.
yeah. Left back. See, I didn't have a left back.
I didn't really either.
I just put Cucurella.
I put Digne.
Cucurella.
Yeah, I think he's
I actually think he's been a little bit underrated recently.
Me too, brother.
lads. lads.
What the Euro winner, the guy that started over Grimaldo, the most informed.
So
left
I'm
back in the world?
gonna say one thing actually. I have another Euro winner on this list.
Okay.
No.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, I think I may know who you're talking about, but
better not-
if I hear the word stats when you say that player, if it's the same player we're thinking of,
Well, I'm gonna bring that up. No, because it matters. Because that matters. In an attacking position, that matters. I hate that.
I know who it is, but
Okay.
let's not talk about
we'll
it.
we'll
Anyway,
cross that bridge.
I think Cucurella, brother. Like,
I don't know. I don't see it. Like, remember the whole what was the when he slipped and then
Yes.
yeah, that shit. Like,
he
what are
redeemed
we-
himself right after.
I know, but like, what are we doing?
He's
man?
he's a solid left back.
So,
No,
you
this
just
one,
got- you got-
this one was definitely one of the bias picks. Like I just
solid left.
you guys
back.
said you didn't have a left back either, so at least I fucking put someone up.
Who did you put?
I put Digne.
I put Ferland Mendy. Like,
Yeah, like,
like-
see what I mean? Like I couldn't tell you what any three of these guys do. Like they're just stay at home left backs. Like it's a weird position.
yeah.
Okay, let's move on to the midfield.
Okay.
I just put 3 center midfielders. That
Yeah,
really
like
matter,
3, yeah.
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 My first center mid pains me a little bit, but I put Luka Modric.
Bro, what are you talking
Luka
about?
Modric.
Bro,
No,
this is bar level. Bro. Like, what are you doing,
What?
bro? Oh my, he doesn't even play that much. Like he
Bro,
does, but he's like
what is he? 38.
he's not even
now?
starting.
Like,
He
bro,
didn't even start on the weekend,
are you
bro.
serious right now?
What are you talking
You're
about?
putting Luka Modric.
Bro, what is happening? Why are you doing this?
Because it was the same thing with Chesney. Like you attach
No.
name value and quality to the Ballon d'Or winner, but it's just not there anymore.
He's 39 years
Yo,
old.
it's like,
bro.
what
You
are we
expect him
doing,
to start
bro?
week in, week out for Real Madrid and put in performances.
And he's
at
not
I
even
30
don't.
years
starting,
old.
I
bro.
don't. I don't.
So why?
So
is
well,
that-
why do you hate him, bro?
He's rated because he's had an illustrious career and won almost every single title that
So
was to be
I know
won.
because a lot of people overrate him right now.
No,
No, bro,
it's not.
who's rating Modric in 2025, bro? Like he's just like he's a veteran
He's
guy,
rated in terms of his career, but his footballing ability obviously has regressed because
Yeah.
of his age.
which is why he didn't fucking start on the weekend.
He didn't. No, he came on.
and
I-
he doesn't start any game. The
It's
only
not-
reason he starts lately is because everybody's fucking injured.
It's not my
Injured.
proudest pick, guys, but I didn't really have anyone else that
I
I,
put-
could think of.
I put Jordan Henderson.
Oh my god.
Jordan.
Jordan
Wait,
Henderson?
what do you mean?
Okay, that's bad too, bro.
How was that? Wait,
I
how
was
was
like,
that?
bro, like,
Wait, how was that
the
bad?
last time I've heard of
So,
Jordan.
so
Henderson.
this one is more of like a full career thing. I
Okay.
think Jordan Henderson as a player throughout his career has been like very
I
mid.
would tend to
I
agree
see
with that.
that.
I would
but-
tend to agree with
Like
but
that.
that
we're
was
doing
more-
right now.
I know, but like right now he's still mid too. Like
The guy playing for Al Ettifaq, like.
no,
he's
he's
at Ajax.
Ajax.
Oh, did you see that press conference?
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. So
But
he,
no,
he
but
can't even
that's
he can't even move to France. France doesn't even want him, bro. He's supposed to go to France. No?
Monaco, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
but
what I'm saying.
nobody rates Jordan Henderson. In
No, this one's more of like a
25.
career thing. I think Jordan
Nobody.
Henderson as a player is like kind of like.
I didn't think I'd be hearing Jordan Henderson's name. In
Well, that's why I said like
2025.
it's not really relevant, but it's still kind of
We got
relevant.
Timmy Cheers just walked by again, guys.
All right. Anyway, that's one of mine.
Mine is Dom Soboslai.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's
I don't
crazy?
like that take. I
That's
think
not bad.
I think he's been
That's not
really
bad.
good this
I
season.
think for
I was
the
considering.
like
way,
I think especially later on, he's really improved recently.
for the way that Liverpool fans have been hyping up this player and the stuff that he brought to his national team, which was very positive, he just hasn't done the same for Liverpool. And I think this season specifically, it's been a tad underwhelming.
Fair. I
And
mean,
I also look at the price tag that Liverpool brought him in for. I mean, I know we're not judging transfers, but I don't know. A transfer fee does kind of tend to guide us in the direction
Yeah.
of whether a player is overrated or not.
not to advance at you,
Oh,
but
Oh,
here we go.
boy.
like 93rd percentile on accurate long balls. No, like genuinely that matters for a midfielder, like an attacking midfielder, like that genuinely matters. He has like a good cross accuracy. He's like ranks highly among expected goals for his position. Like I think as an attacking mid, maybe when he plays a little deeper, I think that's probably where he gets a little lost. But when he plays the attacking mid, which is what he's been doing more recently, I think he's really effective. And I think he's like a perfect kind of all round, can do a little bit of everything.
I think there's a player there in him that is ready to blossom, but for the way that Liverpool fans have been hyping this guy up, it's
Fair.
just relax. Like, yes, he's a solid player, but he's not as good as many Liverpool fans
Fair.
like bring him out to be.
That's true. Yep. A little long shot merchant, perhaps.
Little bit.
Next midfielder, I have Scott McTominay.
Bro, what are you, bro?
Scott McTominay.
Yo, he's actually being so
No,
casual today. This is crazy.
This is a generational rage bait.
This is generational rage bait, bro. What are you talking
It's
about?
not rage bait.
Is-
Nobody
what
really
is
cares
he
about
like-
Scott McTominay.
What?
these
How many
days.
players? 1, 2.
Bro, we
3.
ranked him out as like the best transfer of the summer, bro.
He might be 0 for 6 right now.
Yeah.
Well, he started with Ramsdale, who's not
No one even rated. Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
rated. They did Reece James.
He
who's-
said he- Oh
then he
my
did Reece
God.
James, who's permanently injured. They did Lissandro Martinez. Sure, one for 3. Then you did who was it?
Gabriel, like, what?
1 for 4.
That one's valid.
And then just now he did
Luka Modric
Luka Modric
and
Luka
Scott McTominay,
Modric.
bro.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
gener-
that's just terrible from you, lad.
I don't think it's terrible.
Scott McTominay in his last game, his last like
What?
Yeah, he scored
8.1,
yesterday.
7.5,
He scored yesterday.
8.1, 7.1.
Scott McTominay has
8.1.
been Napoli's best player
Yeah,
this
bro,
season.
he's so good.
He's good as like a goal scoring goal.
Yeah, at his
behind thing,
role that he's supposed to play for that team.
When Julian arguments his point, he goes, he's good at he always brings up what he's good at doing.
this.
So how is he
this,
overrated
but like,
then?
but honestly-
Gabriel is a good defender
No, no,
and he
no,
does
no.
everything right. But
no, he's
Saliba-
good at this. He's good, but like, I just think like Zidane is better than him. You know what I
Fuck,
mean? So
like-
like, if McTominay's an 89, then like Zidane's a 99.
How in what world is
Talking
McTominay
about-
overrated? He's fucking underrated for all that.
How? How is he underrated?
Because he came from Manchester United in a very bad position that they were not playing an important role.
But if you actually
whatsoever,
watch the
not
games,
playing an
you see-
important role
Oh my
whatsoever, and just completely changed this Napoli side, became one of their best player.
Yeah,
quite
they had a hole
frankly,
in the midfield,
how
yeah.
in what world is he overrated?
Yeah, I just don't know what
Because he
you're talking
gets on the end of balls and puts the ball in the back of the net, but that covers up some shitty ass performances where he just shies away from the
about. He
ball.
only has 6 goals. Like, it's not. You're acting like. And also,
That's-
why are
that's
we getting
great
mad
for
at
a
him for
midfielder.
scoring? That's just why is his argument is getting mad at him
he's
for
a
scoring?
midfielder. He was brought up as a
This is
6.
crazy, bro. This is
It's
crazy.
almost like Napoli's not first in the fucking Serie A.
Bro, he's getting mad at him for scoring goals. This is the argument that we have. He's getting mad at him.
I'm not getting mad. Okay, this is not against Scott McTominay. This is against the people that be calling Scott McTominay a good midfielder because of the
He is a
because
good
of the
midfielder.
actions
He was
he
good
does
midfielder,
as a
too.
borderline
He is a
He is a
forward.
good he plays in one of the best midfields in Serie A. He is a good midfielder, and he's scoring goals on top of that. There's no
Bro,
argument.
you're actually just biased.
There's
bro.
zero argument
This
to be
is
made.
why I was so mad I wasn't here. He's just biased, bro. He just biased. He tries to not be biased.
How am I
He's
biased? He's a former United player. that I'm
Exactly.
shitting-
Exactly.
that I'm shitting on.
That's why you're biased.
You would put
bro.
him in an overrated 11.
How?
Because
Oh
he's,
my god.
Bro, you know what's crazy
bro.
is he plays the attacking role in like a Lobotka and Zambo Anguissa or whatever
like
that is.
what a midfield by the
Yeah,
way.
and it's like, oh my,
Lobotka,
and it's like, yeah.
Zambo Anguissa,
Lobotka because
is
of
a
underrated.
great fucking
Underrated.
player.
Yeah, he's
Great
low-key
fucking player.
underrated.
Lobotka, Zambo Anguissa, and Scott McTominay.
Bro,
in what world is that a bad midfield?
No, and he's like,
In
oh, I'm
what
sorry
world?
that he
I
plays
didn't
the
say
more.
it was a bad
Oh,
midfield.
he plays the
I
more
didn't say it was a bad
attacking
midfield.
role.
Sorry.
So how is if you didn't say it was bad midfield, how is Scott McTominay an overrated player then?
Because he plays like he's wearing fucking Timberlands and he shies
Bro,
away
what
from
are
the
you
ball.
talking
And he just,
about?
if you actually watch the fucking games, then you see that he doesn't really have it. Like,
But if you actually
like
watch the
as
fucking highlights,
advertised.
because you're not convincing me that you're watching Serie A.
I'll throw on a Napoli
against
game from
Empoli.
time to
No,
time.
you won't. No, you
Yo, shout out
won't.
Empoli, bro.
No, you won't.
neither are you, neither are you. So you can't even shit on me that much.
I watched like one Napoli game this year.
I've tuned into a couple Serie A games this season.
Yeah.
So have I. So have fucking I. And if we're talking about hours watching Scott McTominay, all right,
Oh my God.
I 10x both of you combined.
Yeah,
okay?
you're
maybe
watching game
because-
at United, not right now, bro. Relax, it's different.
Bro, I would say the same fucking thing about Scott McTominay when he was playing in a
Yeah,
very
and he
similar
would-
role under Ten
Bro,
Hag
and he
last
would come
year.
into your team right now and literally be your best midfielder.
That's crazy.
Overrated. Overrated.
That's
Do you
good.
see what I'm fucking
No,
saying?
bro, he
Oh
would,
my
bro. He
god,
would.
brother.
Your midfield
Oh
is
my
stinky as
fucking
fuck, bro. Stop
God.
crying.
This is what I'm fucking saying.
Speaking of my next
You
player,
think
my next
because
player
he
is Bruno
scored
Fernandes. Is Bruno Fernandes. Bro, which is low-key so the most valid thing I've ever seen in my life. He's actually
Okay, hold on. Can we
He's
stay on
still-
McTominay for a little bit?
Okay, yeah, sorry.
Like, repeat what you said about.
He's mad at him for scoring goals.
He's mad at him
No,
for being.
people.
If you watch the games, apparently he's a bad midfielder.
Yeah, 'cause
Yes,
scored
he is a
goals.
bad midfielder.
Because
He is a
scores
bad
goals.
midfielder. If you're a scout, all right,
This
and you're
is
watching
all
and you're
United
watching
bias, by the
McTominay,
way.
you are not happy with McTominay's game. His tendencies, terrible. His quality on the ball, terrible. He's got a great strike on him. Don't get me wrong, but how much of just GA are we attributing to him being a good technical, high quality midfielder? Too much.
Brother,
Too much.
he plays for the
telling
midfield
you.
that is first.
That was
in
the most
Se-
Frankie thing you've ever said in your
He
life.
plays
by
in the
way.
midfield that is first in Serie A. How?
And fair enough to him. He's having a good season, but that does not take away
Who
from the
overrates
big
him?
picture.
Yes, like
of Scott
he's like the
McTominay's career.
98th percentile most successful dribbles, so that would pretty much knock your
How many dribbles?
terrible
On
the
how many
ball.
dribbles?
24 successful dribbles. That's a good amount. for a
24
midfielder.
game. That's like 0.5 a game.
He's for
0.8
his
a
position.
game.
Yeah, how many times?
it's
how
one
many
a game.
times is a ball getting sent into the middle of the midfield and he has to drill?
He's a
past more than
10.
one?
He's a 10.
How many times is
10s do that
how
all the
many,
time.
No, bro. Like on the wing, maybe, but to go right through the middle, no. And he doesn't play a free roam role. And he's been dispossessed. Like,
Better than any United midfielder.
Okay,
right
but now you're just gonna
is
latch on
fucking
to that.
insane.
Now you're just gonna
who's
latch on to
better?
that.
Because this is a key fucking
But
example
no, but
of
no.
him
I'm just
saying
trying to rage bait you
that
when it's
just
fucking working,
because,
bro.
But this is playing into my fucking argument because he's overrated. You're overrating him.
Oh, he's
just
not
you're
overrated.
saying
He's a good player.
you're
bro.
saying because he scores some goals for Napoli.
I just gave you other reasons why he's good, and you just
No
said
one overrates him. Nobody overrates
Also,
him.
he's been like
he's
this-
the best player in the first team in Serie A. Like,
Yeah,
no
bro,
one
it's
overrates
just,
him.
Okay, moving on. Let's move on.
All right, that's
Bruno.
this season at least. I didn't say my second.
Oh yeah, sorry, go.
Oh, did you?
I
let
said
me-
Bruno.
No, because there's arguments for yours. 'Cause
Oh yeah, I mean there's not.
We're gonna get
it's
into
just
it.
true.
Mine is Coop Miners. My second.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
He's having a bad season.
Bruno is just I don't know like what moves you when you watch Bruno besides his face being punchable. Like it's like I just don't know what he does that's like positive play. He has a good game now again. He has a good pass on him. But again, it's like the same thing with Sonny. Like if you're captaining a 14th place team and you should not be there, like his performances don't move me to get behind him. I don't think he has the ability to lead a team. I don't think he has the ability to put a team on his back. I don't think he's a good locker room presence. Actually, let me not say that. I don't know, but from the way he looks, I don't think he would be.
I've been there.
And
his ox abilities.
I just think
aren't-
like I just don't see if he's not having a good game, then he won't do little things to help the team win. You know what I mean? There's players who they don't need to have a good game to still affect positively. You don't need to be like, oh my God, he played amazing for him to have a positive effect on the game. But for him, if he's not having a good game, then he's absolutely stinking the gaff.
Yeah, none of what you said is true.
And why is that?
What is that?
Okay, especially that last point. Like he'll have bad games where like his passes won't really be connecting, where he's forcing the ball up the field a little bit too much. But if you're talking about the little things that he does that benefits the team overall, Bruno does that in abundance, brother.
Yeah.
But I think this season, like since Amorim has come in, he's trying to figure out like who fits in the 10 and who fits in the 8. And right now he's trying more Bruno in the 8, and I really don't like Bruno in the 8. So I like Bruno in an 8 in that position. I actually agree with you, Blake, that he is a tad overrated in that position. I do. But I think as a 10, especially like in years gone by, which I know is what you're referring to more, then terrible take.
All right. We've had this debate too many times.
We've had this debate way too many times. My third midfielder is Bernardo Silva.
Me too.
I was thinking about that. You guys are gonna really get mad at me for this one.
Hey, what
I was
a
thinking-
good pick.
I was thinking about that, but I didn't pick that. I have Gavi.
What?
I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were gonna say it. See? Look. I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were gonna go crazy, and I don't have much to go off of because it's not like I'm watching
Nah,
every
clearly not.
Barcelona game.
Clearly
It's not like I'm
fucking
watching
not.
every Barcelona game. I just think out of Pedri and Gavi, and they came up at a similar
Yes,
age.
out of Pedri and Gavi, yes, Pedri is the better player.
Listen,
Does
bro.
not mean Gavi's
Yo,
overrated.
Julian, you've had every terrible take in this entire podcast. You're not
keep
like
going.
he's trying to laugh his ass off, like as if he hasn't said every worst take in this fucking building.
going,
So
keep
don't
going.
act like you're innocent.
You have to explain
here.
yourself. Go. I explain
I
myself.
just think if we're comparing the two of them, which is exactly what Julian did for Gabriel and Saliba, if we're comparing the two of them, I think Pedri is just so far clear, and Gavi's like giving a little bit passion merchant.
But
You know
in
I
what
mean?
way does that mean that Gavi's overrated? Who overrates him?
Because in the Barcelona midfield, give me a second here. Give me a
I
second.
got you. Frankie, Pedri, Gavi, Casado.
Yeah, and I don't think De Jong's obviously better. I think out of the three, like he's the.
You want to talk about an overrated player? De Jong's up there for me.
De Jong, yeah, that's fair. But in my opinion, again, I don't know. I haven't watched too much, but from what I've seen, when I've watched like a Barcelona game, like in the Champions League or a random El Clasico, it's Pedri that stands out for me, and it's Gavi who's the one I see is taking that step back. That's just me.
Outrageous take. I will say.
But we want some outrageous. I could have said Mainu. Would you rather me said Mainu? Exactly.
At least me and you actually like watch the games. Like the fact that you have like not watched the Barcelona game.
No, I genuinely like. I've had that preconceived notion about Gavi. I swear to God, like on the couple Barcelona.
That's
I swear
fair.
to God,
No, it's fair. Like 2 years ago, I feel like he was pretty rated.
Yeah,
The thing is with Gavi is that he just came back from an injury,
absolutely,
a year-long injury, or a very long injury.
Yeah, it was long.
You can't.
Yeah, fair.
The potential's still there, like, and he's still a very good player. Like when you see him on the
ready
ball.
for my next guy, then. Fuck.
Oh shit! When you see him on the ball, he's
Yeah.
you can. There's a player in him, 100%. He's still a class player.
Yeah.
Calling him overrated is kind of crazy. Bernardo Silva.
Yeah, he's just shit now.
Just shit now.
Yeah,
Just
okay.
shit.
Yeah.
Fucking hate him.
I didn't think I'd have to.
Fucking hate him.
I'd have to justify myself there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Are we doing right wing or left wing first?
just winger.
Okay.
I mean, go left first.
Go left
I know
first?
who your left is.
My left winger is a gun.
Okay, like guys, we need to talk about Nico Williams, like just a little bit.
This season?
Yeah,
Sure.
just
Yeah.
a little bit this season.
Yeah.
hear it out.
Like just a little
Yeah.
bit.
Here, go talk to
Again,
me.
am I watching at the no? let me put that out there. However, for a player who was so impactful at the Euros, and was like not on the level of Lamine Yamal, of course, but like there was like this is the two cornerstone of our attack for the next years and years to come. It's been a disappointing return for him so far in this 24-25 season, and I don't think that's far to say. Do I want him at Arsenal immediately? Yes, because I think there's a player in here, but he's got to pick it up a little bit.
Fair.
Okay. Yeah. It's just overrated is like,
It's harsh, but yeah.
but I see where you're coming from and where like the output has definitely regressed.
Like if his
If he's an 85,
no, if his what is his release cost? 80 million or something?
Mhm. Something like that.
If it's that much money and we're paying it right now, like there's like a 20% chance that it could really backfire on us. Or like a 15% chance. Whereas a year ago, right after the Euros, I would say pay that immediately. So that's
With the snap or with
like with this now. But anyway, okay.
that's fair.
Sure.
I put Christian Pulisic. I think he's been really just.
He's been like really good.
been good
This
this
is
season,
no,
yeah.
because this is just like not really like. This is just a general gripe I have. No, this is just a general.
generational.
My left and right wing is just a general gripe I have with American media, where they will focus on certain players so much fucking more than they should, and just ignore everything else going around in football. And that's what leads to motherfuckers calling him the LeBron James of soccer. All right, I'm telling you.
But no one actually takes
And
it
no one
seriously.
takes that,
when-
like-
No, but if we're talking on a world level, like there is genuinely a guy in.
He's been really good at
There-
Milan.
there-
Is he the U.S. men's national
Listen,
team best
there is-
player? Yes.
I'm telling you. I'm
Yes,
telling
he
you. I'm
is.
telling you. I'm telling you. There is a guy in Arkansas who doesn't watch a lick of footy that thinks with so much confidence that Christian Pulisic is the best player in the world.
So because of bro in Arkansas, now we have to believe that he's overrated.
Yeah, and there are probably millions of people like
Why-
that guy in Arkansas that genuinely thinks that Christian Pulisic is some generational talent, and for that reason, I think he's overrated.
He's been one of the better wingers this season.
Yeah, he's one of the better wingers.
No, he's had a good season. He's had a good season, but bro, everything you'll see him do, Bleacher Report, CBS, NBC, fucking, oh my god, it's so annoying because you won't see any of that for the
Kinda
Canadian
like the
boys at all. But
Kind of like the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like nothing against him.
Yeah.
Plays his footy.
Yeah, he does his job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the US, it's different.
Yeah,
Like,
he plays.
there's some arrogance there.
Yeah, but
But for Milan,
yeah,
totally
man,
fine with it.
he's cool. In the
I'll let it
interview.
happen.
Yeah,
I'll watch.
yeah. Julian's not having the best time here.
Not having the best
Like,
episode.
Yeah.
nah, I stand by it.
Who's
all
your-
right?
who's your
I'll bring in some guy from Arkansas.
Okay.
I strongly believe this
Okay.
one. My left winger is Rafael Leao. I think
I could. Yeah.
I think in terms of wingers in the world, might be the most overrated out of all of them.
Ooh.
Genuinely.
I don't hate it.
Yeah, I don't hate it either.
You look at the potential that people were hyping him up to be, and the player that he was supposed to be, or even like the performances that he was putting in a couple seasons ago, where he would turn defenders
Just
in
electric.
inside out. Yeah, very electric player. But in the big games where it matters the most, I remember PSG last year,
Yeah.
silent, nothing.
Yeah.
In the Champions League this year, barely anything either.
To be fair, Portugal versus France, he was our best player.
Yeah.
But with Portugal, he plays a lot better than he does with AC Milan,
it's
just
the
in general.
consistency that's lacking.
For
Exactly.
me, I purely judge this overratedness on the big game performance that he lacks. He just every time there's a big game, he does not show up.
Fair.
And it bothers me a lot. And I also think his finishing ability is poor and overrated.
Fair.
I think he's a very electric winger, and he can turn a game on its head whenever he wants, but he's too inconsistent at it.
Yeah.
He needs to find consistency within his game.
Fair.
That's valid.
I
That
dig it.
is
I thought
valid.
that would be a little more controversial. I'm
No, I
glad,
dig
I'm
it.
glad you guys agree.
I see it.
Okay.
Right winger
Yeah.
might be the second worst player I've ever seen on a pitch.
Mm.
I'm kidding. He's up there though.
Same thing with Pulisic. Way too much coverage. Even though he's still very.
Wait, can we do
very
that?
good.
Wait, you didn't say it. What?
Say your
you
player.
Yeah,
got
let's do
person?
Blake. Let's do Blake.
Wait, no, what? Who are you talking about?
Who's your
Way too much
who's your guy?
coverage. It's probably another American.
No,
Oh.
no. It's not
Oh,
another
I have Son or Matoma.
I like Matoma.
Yeah,
I like that show.
I'll go. I hate Sonny's whatever, but
Mhm.
Matoma, I don't know. Like,
He falls into that same tree as Leao, I think.
yeah, like you can just see sometimes he's really good, and then like a Saudi team puts an 80 million bid on him, and he actually stinks up the gap all the way back to wherever the hell he lives in Brighton. So yeah, he's kind of one of those ones where it's like very skillful, very attractive to watch on the ball, and then
You're just hungry when
Yeah. it's very Adama-esque, you know?
he doesn't finish. He doesn't
Very
finish
Adama
his chances.
Yeah.
Like you're on the edge when you watch
Like, I don't know
him
how much
because he doesn't
really
give you that
create- yeah,
satisfaction
like,
at the end.
He'll be one guy and then like, oh, he catches up, so I'll pass back.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Thank
show.
you.
I'll do it. Leroy Sané for me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, that's a really good
My
one.
God.
Yeah, that's
He's
a
really
He's
good.
up.
Yeah.
He's up there.
That's a really
That's
good
who
one.
Arsenal we're gonna sign.
Stinkers.
Fuck, man.
Arsenal, we're gonna sign him.
Well, like maybe. Yeah.
My G.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not very good.
He's genuinely like decision making. One of the worst.
And he's been
wingers.
surviving at Bayern for a while.
I know,
too.
and that's what's crazy.
Yeah.
His decision making genuinely is one of the worst I've
Yeah.
seen.
Well, with Miguel now, like it's kind of over. But
And it pains me because at City,
so good.
he was such a good player.
Yeah.
He was such a good player at City. And now, ever since, pretty much ever since his transfer to Bayern, he probably had one or
Really
two good
stepped down.
seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Genuinely big step down. I was disappointed at the Euros. I have a couple of Germany friends,
Yeah.
German friends, that they fucking hate him.
Yeah.
They do not like
Fair.
him. So yeah.
Speaking of Bayern,
very
did y'all
overrated.
see these little links that Harry Kane might leave Bayern with
Really?
his release clause in his contract?
I did not see that.
You know, it's
Oh
like,
yeah, but I also saw the expectation is that he stays.
he's gonna stay. Obviously, it was like Tottenham are the ones that are most likely to get him back. But you know who else I've seen some sprinklings of? The Arsenal boy Harry Kane coming home.
That'd
funny.
be insane.
That would be the ultimate move.
That'd be insane.
All right,
How
let's
was
wrap
it?
up.
Six-
Let's wrap up
60
soon.
minutes?
Oh, we didn't hear his
No,
name.
I'm saying let's wrap up soon.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing, guys.
Oh my god.
So I was gonna put Trossard in right wing. All right. I was thinking that a little bit. I know he switches left and right, but listen, but doing the rest of my list, I looked at my list, and before we had gotten talking, I was like, I need a controversial one in here.
It's not like 8 other players.
I know. Gabrielle, look about it. Okay, go.
So on the same basis as Christian Pulisic,
Can you-
kind of
I feel like you're just you're trying to defend your pick right now.
He's so
saying that he
Saka,
was
bro.
looking for a controversial pick
He's so gonna say
because of
Saka,
a
bro.
poor.
I put Messi.
What the fuck?
Bro, just end the podcast.
In 2025.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Messi is what?
40? 30?
Yeah,
39?
36.
I know, but there's some guy in Arkansas.
Oh my god.
Messi's overrated in today's football. Seriously,
Why do you do this? Like, what do you gain from
it's the
saying
same
these things?
argument as the Modric argument.
Yes.
People rate him because of
Same
his.
argument as your Chesney one. Just on a
It's
bit of
just-
a bigger level, but
the scale is just totally different though. His people rate him because of his illustrious career and the trophies that he's won and the Ballon d'Ors that he's won and the individual accolades that he's gathered. In what way is him
You actually have
transferring? It's
no-
like saying Ronaldo's overrated because
Yeah.
he's in Al Nassr now.
Yeah, their team sucks, so he must be overrated, right? Yeah, exactly.
Reasoning.
There
please.
you go.
Reasoning.
you tune into 1 second of MLS and they'll have you thinking it's some like 2012 Lionel Messi and he is gonna
this is-
and there's absolutely no way that he loses it at all. But like he's not even like by far and away the best player in MLS.
He Loki might be. I think he is.
I don't watch MLS
No,
enough,
who's better than him in MLS?
That Acosta guy, I forget his first name, but he was
Luciano Acosta? No, bro. Absolutely not.
He was there.
Isn't he in France now?
Maybe.
I think
Maybe.
Lille got him.
Maybe.
No, he's still at Cincinnati. No.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I don't think so. He won MVP last season, though.
Probably because they love him. And that's the same reason why in Miami got into the Club World Cup. The same reason why
Yeah, this is another terrible take, unfortunately, Julian.
I don't think it is.
In what way?
I don't think it is.
In what way is
Again, if there's-
Lionel Messi overrated, bro?
If they're saying he's a 93, I say he's a 90.
Well,
Actually, in this day and age, they're saying he's a 93. I think he's like an 84. I think he's way overrated right now. Just because of, again, he is old. He is declining. But there hasn't been any acknowledgement of that from these big outlets that are covering him and have a vested interest in him doing well. And because of that, I think they've been shifting the narrative into,
21
well,
goals
actually,
and 12 assists in 25 games in the MLS.
Repeat that.
21 goals and 12 assists in 25 games.
What
in the
the
MLS.
fuck?
he's still a decent little, still a decent little player.
Brother, no.
Still a
He's
decent little player.
averaging
Why?
1.5 goal contributions a fucking game.
Still a decent little player. But,
Okay.
all right, let's wrap this up. Who's your striker?
Let me just say that was like
Yeah, this is bad.
one of the worst take I've
Yeah, you-
ever heard.
No, that was
and,
one of
and the second worst take is also in today's episode.
That's the intro. That's so good. That's so good. My striker's Duran because
Because he has to stick with Duran, right?
like, I mean, it's more just the whole narrative thing.
See, I've been bad this episode, but I've been covering a lot for Blake.
What's
No,
your
but-
reason for Duran?
Like,
I need like
he's,
Why- how is he overrated?
Like, he clearly, if he felt he was good enough to stay in the Prem, he would have, you know.
Mm.
But he clearly didn't think so. So he, you know,
I thought
Saudi.
it was because he was.
I thought it was
In
because of money.
poverty.
I mean, we're not making a clip of it, so no, I'm kidding. No, genuinely, I think I had Vlahovic.
That's a good. That's a good.
I had
fucking
Vlahovic
That's good.
because again, he's like the prince that never became king. Not really, but in a different sense. Was supposed to be the next big thing. Has still scored goals, but not to the level that we've expected him to. And
Yeah. If you look
we're
at his
still
Fiorentina days and the way he was
Mhm.
scoring every single game almost,
So,
Juve were really
Yeah.
excited to have him.
so I'll go Vlahovic.
I put Ronaldo. I'm kidding.
See, I would actually have not minded if you were Ronaldo.
See, and
because
you know
then
what?
I can
Based
counterbalance
off-
the Messi.
Based off of my
No,
kind of
he
rules
scores
here,
like
then it would
every
make
game.
sense.
No, he's not overrated, bro. Ronaldo scores like every game.
Nah, you know what? In Saudi Arabia, they're glazing him a little too hard, so I'm gonna say he's overrated. But it would make sense based on my thing. But I didn't actually put him on my list, even though
You did put Ronaldo on your list?
I didn't put him on my list.
Oh.
But
Hey,
he
who's-
would fit. He would
was
fit.
on the list?
I put Gabriel Jesus instead.
Who rates him?
Yeah.
Miles.
Miles rates him.
Miles rates him.
That's the only reason.
That's why I brought him in
I
FPL.
put Dovbik in there.
Yeah. Remember, you guys
I forgot
remember
about
we were-
that,
we were
dude.
hyping
I forgot
that.
about
You know,
that.
you two were hyping the fuck
How's
out
he
of
doing on
Dovbik.
Roma?
Top goal scorer in La Liga last year.
Yeah.
Finished top goal scorer. Him or Sorloth.
I think no,
don't
it was
remember who
Dovbik. It was Dovbik,
Was it
yeah.
Dovbik?
Yeah.
Gets a move to Roma under De Rossi. It was at that time. Roma that was looking very good. Has one of the best Ukrainian teams in the last, I don't know, however long, in the last fucking
Yeah.
50
Wild,
years.
yeah.
Has been one of the best Ukrainian teams going into the Euros. Gets out in the group stage, doesn't score a single goal, and now he's barely entering the top 10 top goal scorers in La Liga.
Yeah, it's not good.
So for what we were hyping him up to be,
In
very
La Liga or Serie A?
Serie A, sorry.
Yeah. Fair enough.
That,
Alright.
No, that's fair. That's valid.
That's all right.
That's valid.
That's
I feel like no one rates him, but
I thought people rated him last year.
if
You
if
guys-
you were to
you guys-
say
he
he was
he
over,
broke out last year.
if you were to say he was overrated last year, then that would have been the time to say it. Because you got to say they're overrated when they're actually fucking doing well.
So like what I say with Duran. Yeah, I caught you in a fucking web there, didn't I?
No, I'm not saying it's a bad take. I'm trying to defend my Pulisic take and my McTominay take and my Gabrielle take and my Ramsdale take and my.
You can keep going.
Anyway.
I'm just saying if they fall off in the next year, that proves me right. Right?
right.
Okay. So let's see how this turns out in a year.
Not really. I'm sure. Yeah, I'll give it. to
Yeah.
you. I'll give it to you.
No, it doesn't though. Like it really doesn't. It doesn't.
Like it kind of does. But
It's just
kinda
based
does.
off of their footballing ability.
okay,
right
let's
now.
go.
I know.
We're almost at 1:30. Let's get it.
All right, everybody.
Shoot about it.
No.
Shoot on the up. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, FPL roundup. We don't have an FPL.
No,
roundup.